Hello everyone, welcome to the IMPRINT Explained. And today we're looking at the PM Care versus the Prime Minister Relief Fund, National Relief Fund, that is, and what is the objectives of them, what are the differences, right? What has happened, right? And we look at various articles. There's an article in the Business Standard talking about why PM Cares is more democratic than the PM Relief Fund, the history of Prime Minister Relief Fund, what all it does, vis-a-vis how much money it has, and now in some ways PM Cares has a lot more money. In case you want to donate for the COVID, PM Cares at SBI, right? That is the UPI app, and also the barcode is also there. You can scan even, right? So let's start. So the Prime Minister's Citizens Assistance and Relief in Emergency Situations Fund. I guess our Prime Minister is still into acronyms, right? And some MBAs definitely making his acronyms. And was created in 28th March 2020 during the COVID pandemic, right? So this is important, right? You should note this, that this is 28th March 2020. The fund will be used for combating and containment relief efforts against the corona outbreak and similar pandemics, right, in the future, right? So the Prime Minister obviously is, so what are the features? So the Prime Minister is the chairman of the trust, and interestingly they have members. So the Defense Minister, the Home Minister, and the Finance Minister, the three senior most leaders in the BJP, Rajnath Singh, Amit Shah, and Nirmala Sitharaman, along with Prime Minister Modi, are the chairman of the trust. So that's a good idea that obviously all of them can work together, right? The fund will enables micro donations. The micro donations are accepted for the PM Care Fund. Previously, the Prime Minister Relief Fund minimum amount was 100 rupees. Now it's 10, so that's nice. The donations will be tax exempt and fall under the corporate social responsibility. Any contribution made to the PM Cares Fund before 30th June will qualify as a tax exemption under 80G of the Income Tax Act 1961. The Ministry of Corporate Affairs announced that the contribution to PM Cares would be a part of the company's corporate social responsibility. Hence, like everybody is now coming in because I do have social responsibility, right? I'll get some exemption there as well. So that's a good idea, I would say. And same as the income tax exemption. Now, what is the criticism? Why is everybody criticizing? So, Ramchandra Guha is saying there is a national relief fund. Why do we need another one? Why there's self-aggrandizement? There's a colossal tragedy happening. Why it should be used to enhance the cult of personality, right? Shashi Tharoor says, why not rename PMNRF as PM Cares if instead of creating a separate charitable trust whose rules and expenditure are totally opaque right now. Okay, so this is unusual, right? So that is the basic idea that that it does not contain any members of civil society and opposition. I think this is being remedied. I think some corporate leaders and civil society members will be added. Terming the PM Cares fund as self-aggrandizement is something that is been done by all the opposition members. Now, the question becomes, so now the reply comes, right? Obviously, the BJP ID cell doesn't stop. So why PM Cares is more democratic than PM National Relief Fund? So the idea is that the PMNRF was launched in 1948. It was even before the constitution came into force. On the other hand, in 2020, when it's a coronavirus pandemic and the government enforced lockdown generates an exodus similar to the one that was obviously done in 1947. So there's a great migration, right, which happened after the lockdown by Prime Minister Modi, right? So in many ways, PM National Relief Fund launched in 1948 by PM Jawaharlal Nehru and PM Citizens Assistance and Relief in Emergency Situations, that is PM Cares, right, are similar, right? They have the same idea that we have to mitigate the consequences of untold disasters to, obviously, consequent human flight to escape misery and destitution. That's the idea. Because remember, majority of India is on daily wage. So if you do a lockdown, what happens to them? So PMNRF in the beginning, had a lot of members. We'll talk about that. But it had members from the private sector, business. Tata Trust members were there, right? Right. But that happened in 1985. So since 1985, when Rajiv Gandhi became the PM, the management of the fund was entirely entrusted with the Prime Minister, and the PM with the Joint Secretary used to actually use it. Now, is the PMNRF better than the PMCARES, or the PMCARES is better? So since then, PM has the sole discretion, as I said, of appointing a secretary. Normally, it's a joint secretary in the PMO. No separate office or staff is allocated to manage the PMNRF. Managing the fund is an honorary function. There's no separate remuneration paid for it. Under the PMNRF, the criteria for disbursement and selection of beneficiaries purely at the discretion of the PM. So this kind of is, obviously, and is in accordance with his directions. So thoda sa, obviously, this is a little opaque, right? Whims and fancies of I think too much discretion has been given here. So अब जो मोदी जी का PM cares है वो डेलीगेट करता है डिलिब्रेशन एंड डिस्कशन को 3 और मिनिस्टर्स को, सो जो ऑब्वियसली हैंडल करते हैं, राइट? सो एज आई सेड, अमित शाह, राजनाथ सिंह, निर्मला सीतारमण भी मेंबर हैं. नाउ इसमें एक बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग चीज है, PM cares हैज एक्सपैंडेड द कैटेगरी ऑफ डोनर्स. पहले ऐसा होता था MP लैड फंड से आप पैसे नहीं दे सकते थे PMNRF को, इसमें दे सकते हैं. So I think this is the major reason. If somebody asks me what is the major reason that they've done, MPs wanted to give money. They have already collected 300 plus crores. So, it couldn't go to PMNRF. So PM cares can take it over. Then PMNRF has not been allowed to be audited by the CAG. It was, always been audited by the third party till date. I think this is not a good step. I think anything which is under the PM should be audited by the CAG if possible, right? A representative, as I said in the beginning, so PMNRF. So in PMNRF, initially there was a representative of the Tata Trust, and 6-bed member था तब Congress President Pattabhi Sitaramayya, Deputy PM Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, right, Finance Minister Shanmughan Chetty, ये सब थे. The fund that was primarily meant to tackle emergency situations अब एक investment vehicle बन चुका है. लेकिन मतलब if somebody asks me, दूसरा क्या रीजन है? एक तो रीजन है कि ऑब्वियसली एमपीज ने पैसे इकट्ठे किए थे, वो कहाँ रखे. दूसरा रीजन ये है कि अब ये एक इन्वेस्टमेंट ट्रस्ट बन चुका है, ठीक है ना, राइट? अब ये आइडिया है कि PMNRF इन वॉलंटरी कंट्रीब्यूशन कम लेता है, राइट? इफ यू लुक एट इट इन 2018-19 सिर्फ 534 करोड़ लिए हैं, राइट? बट ये इन्वेस्ट कर रहा है इन स्टेट डेवलपमेंट लोन्स. Okay, tier 1, tier 2 में investment कर चुका है, tier 1 bonds, tier 2 bonds, right? So this is what is happening. Now, I think because of that, the PMNRF has already invested, so it didn't have any free money, and that might be another reason that PM cares has been used. Okay, so just to go through it. So in 2018, it received voluntary contributions from companies and individuals amounting to rupees 534 crores, 2/3 of the total receipts for the first time ever since the records were available. The PMNRF made an investment of 1,301 crore in state development loans. This was done by liquidating fixed deposit to the tune of 1,750 crores and redeeming tier 2 bonds. So while a part of this money was invested in SDL, an amount of 250 crores was invested in fixed deposit in IDFC. Right. So, in fact, investment in tier 1 and tier 2 bonds from the PMNRF was introduced sometime back in 2016-17. So, tier 1, tier 2, obviously very safe, but still, it will have some kind of a period. So, PM Relief Fund, क्या कर रहा है? मतलब what has been its impact? So, regardless, अभी if you think about it, it just has a little over 3,000 crore. So, obviously, it was not adequate. So, PM cares, at least PMNRF को bolster करने की बहुत जरूरत थी, right? So, invaluable रहा है ये in the previous years. So, since 2008-9, 950 crores have been given to families for medical treatment. Okay, it even gives money for acid attack victims. If you're a female acid attack victim, you'll get 1 lakh. You just have to fill a form. So, while the PM has not made any, even ethnic clash के लिए भी पैसे देते हैं. So, अगर PM ने बताया नहीं है कि कहाँ इसने हेल्प की है, but 2012-13 में 35 करोड़ दिए थे, राइट? एथनिक वॉल्यूम्स होता असम में बोडोज एंड मुस्लिम्स के बीच में, बंगाली स्पीकिंग मुस्लिम्स के बीच में 77 पीपल डाइड एंड लैक्स ऑफ पीपल हैव uprooted, राइट? देन जो सुनामी आया था 2004 में, राइट, 2004-5 में, at that time also this stepped in, and this kept on happening from 2004-5 to 2013, right? So साइक्लोन आला इन ओडिशा, वेस्ट बंगाल में भी रिहैबिलिटेट करने में इन्होंने दिए थे 60 करोड़ रुपए, राइट? सो इन 2014 व्हेन कश्मीर वाज डेवास्टेटेड फ्रंट 258 करोड़ वाज सैंक्शन फ्रॉम इट. सो देखा जाए तो हर जगह PMNRF ने कंट्रीब्यूशन किया है, ऐसा नहीं है कि इट हैज नॉट बीन यूज्ड। चाहे बस एक्सीडेंट्स हो नेपाल में, चाहे स्टैम्पीड हो कुंभ में, चाहे राइट विक्टिम मुजफ्फरनगर के, चाहे शिवकाशी में क्रैकर बर्न विक्टिम्स आ गए हैं ड्यू टू क्रैकर फैक्ट्री एक्सप्लोजन्स, सिक्योरिटी पर्सनल मैसेकर्ड बाय नक्सल्स, हर जगह PMNRF ने पैसे दिए हैं। सो इट एक्चुअली हैज बीन डूइंग अ गुड जॉब एंड विल कंटिन्यू टू डू सो। The question is that can PMCARES become what PMNRF could not? The idea is that अभी भी इतने पैसे नहीं देता था, right? PMNRF में बहुत डिस्क्रिजन था और बहुत फाइल में लॉग था, इट टाइम लैग बहुत ज्यादा था, right? So can PMCARES turn a new chapter in preparing a stronger coffer for India to tackle black swan events such as the coronavirus epidemic, or will it go the PMNRF की ब्यूरोक्रेसी बन जाएगा, स्लो बन जाएगा, स्टेटस को बन जाएगा, राइट? तारीख पे तारीख, कागज दिखाओ, all that. So commitment for contributions look like कि हाँ भाई, पैसे तो बहुत इंप्रूव हो जाएंगे. So look at PM CARES has already got 6,500 crores. I think this will hit more than 20,000-30,000 crores, I would feel like. Right? 2 साल में भी PMNRF को इतने पैसे नहीं मिले. And that in some ways tells us how serious the issue is. Others, Tata Group ने 1,500 crore दे चुका है, Vedanta, Adani, everybody I think has nearly promised something like 500 crores each. Akshay Kumar gave 25 crores. I think everybody is giving, right? Even me. So there is a democratic and constitutional sound trust in place. Expectation would be that it would become a war chest for emergencies, and an entire country can actually think that we are safe, we have some money, right, in case a problem comes. Okay, just to revise, so this is a comparison: Modi versus Nehru, PMNRF versus PM CARES. So objective obviously is different: fight coronavirus and help 1947 partition victim. Formed as a charitable trust, formed by Nehru before the constitution came into force. Has defense ministers, home minister, finance minister members. In 1948, Indian national president was a member along with others, right? Eminent persons from the field of science, law, etc. can be nominated. That's what I was saying. People will be nominated. Since 1985, Rajiv Gandhi came, keep complete control of PMNRF to PMO. PM CARES Trust will take decisions on allocation, selecting beneficiaries with the collective wisdom of the ministers and nominated members. Since 1985, decision to allocate money and selecting beneficiaries was done only at the discretion and recommendation of the PM. So this was the main issue, I would say. These two, right? Donation to PM CARES by companies or individuals are completely tax exempt, right? Obviously, PMNRF is also the same. Donation by companies classified as CSR under Companies Act also there. Right, same here. But there is no clarity on who will audit PM CARES financial now, but I think it's too early. PMNRF is not audited by the CAG, it is done by the third party auditors like Deloitte, KPMG, so on, right? So what can come in the prelims, right? So I think a question PMNRF can be asked. So the statements are, the Prime Minister's Relief Fund was established with public contribution to assist displaced person from Pakistan during partition. True. The fund is also allocated to the people for treatment for cancer, kidney transplantation, etc. Yes, medical, as we talked about, treatment facilities get a lot of money. The financial system 1 lakh supplied to female and male acid attack victims from the relief fund. It is not entirely correct. Male acid attack victims don't get exactly 1 lakh, can get maximum 1 lakh. So this is partially incorrect. So the answer becomes 1 and 2, that is C. Thank you for listening. Do subscribe and like. Join our Telegram group for the PDF of this lecture. Do like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for listening.